We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd and 8 coming up. And here's a give to Gibson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, Gibson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 43 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Parks. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Antonio Gibson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pass incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. Kadarius Toney, 31 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh.
Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chargers 7. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. From the 29, Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now it's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. 55 rushing yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Asante Samuel Jr. on the tackle. A gain of 3.
On first down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play action now. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to kick it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with, to try to at least get down into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
We play to win.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run again with Jackson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And able to to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, New York.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He gets it complete to Jackson.
You know they pay me.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Lambeau on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jets 28, Chargers 7. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. 79 Broncos. Here we go again. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Jets have recovered. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side taken in by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Is the mark. 19. Let's go.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll start here with Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught by Tony. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson going up top for Kupp. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can't he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To the air again, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 35, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
On 1st down, it's Jackson, and he'll work this forward for about... Three at 2nd down.
Tackled by Kenneth Murray. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but
Obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Chris Streveler
Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Jets are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This AFC title bout has no doubt not gone according to plan, and these fans, they seem stunned as we move towards the final stages of this ball game.
He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Herbert.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Hooper on the short connection.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Austin Hooper. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Herbert operating from the red zone. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert over the middle. He gets it to Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up first and goal.
He's got it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Herbert throwing again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.